times, we link social anxiety to emotional or physical abuse. But now, recent scientific discussions are making us think otherwise. Some perspectives suggest that what we call social anxiety may not always come from abuse, but sometimes from deep emotional sensitivity to people and their energy. With newer psychological insights, we see that some people who never experienced abuse still avoid social gatherings at times. If you've struggled with what looks like social phobia all these years, you might fall into this category. You may be highly sensitive to the emotional energies around you, and you can become overwhelmed in crowds. In other words, you're more empathically sensitive to people than most. But how do you know if what you're experiencing is really social anxiety or just a deeper sensitivity to people? Let's discover more in this video. 1. Selective anxiety. You don't just get anxious around anything or anyone. Instead, only certain people or situations trigger your anxiety. This may mean that you are highly sensitive to particular emotional energies, which is why they spark your anxiety. This type of anxiety may not necessarily be social anxiety. Instead, it may reflect an underlying empathic sensitivity. Because you notice subtle emotional cues around you, certain people can trigger reactions in you even when others don't notice anything unusual. You are outgoing and able to relate easily with people. However, certain individuals may give off strange emotional signals that make you feel uncomfortable or drained. It's helpful to observe your reactions to different people so you can better understand what you're actually experiencing. Quick note for highly sensitive people. If you often feel emotionally drained after interacting with certain people, I created a visual self-care guide called The Self-Care Rituals That Prevent Emotional Drain in HSPs. It's a premium poster with explanation pages that shows simple rituals highly sensitive people use to protect their energy and recover from emotional overload. If you're curious, you can find the link in the description to explore it. 2. You easily read people. It's interesting how you may meet someone for the first time and suddenly feel that something is off. Maybe the person is pretending, hiding something, or struggling with something deeper, even when they don't say it. This could be your empathic sensitivity at work. Because you naturally observe subtle cues, you can quickly pick up on people's body language, behaviors, and emotional states. No wonder you sometimes stay away from certain people. Others may interpret it as social anxiety, but in reality, it may just be that you sense emotional signals that don't feel right to you. 3. Overwhelmed by crowds. There are too many people and too much energy to process, and it's difficult to handle. Hence, you shy away from crowds. If being in a crowded place drains you, you must be energy sensitive. Empaths who handle or process all the different energies at once feel weak and stressed. No wonder they avoid large gatherings so that they can keep a sane mind. 4. You avoid people even without a history of abuse. Abuse is often considered a major cause of social anxiety in many people. But what if you never experienced abuse, yet you still find yourself avoiding people sometimes? In some cases, it may mean that you feel emotionally overwhelmed by certain environments or personalities. If you haven't experienced abuse in the past, but still feel uneasy around certain people, it may be because you naturally pick up emotional signals from your surroundings. You might easily understand people, sense the emotional tone of a room, and notice subtle tension in social spaces. All of this can become overwhelming if you're highly sensitive. 5. You don't have self-esteem issues. Normally, we link social phobia to our self-esteem. Those who are afraid of being rejected are usually insecure, so they stay alone and avoid people, and it's not surprising for such a person to have social phobia. However, when someone is confident in themselves and self-assured, they distance themselves from others because their empathetic nature can't handle the heavy strain of being around many people. You have no problem with being around people, but too much of it, and you'll soon get sick because you can feel all those mixed energies flowing non-stop. You want some peace, so you'd better distance yourself from people.